Back again, Wagwan Sapase Kela Ki. Todos bien. It's your boy Jimothy Bourdain here as always, giving y'all the best information, best travel guide in all of YouTube Netherverses. How y'all doing, my Gym Padres? Everything good? Everything good? I hope so. Today's episode, we're gonna get into a total, complete travel guide for everything you need to know and do if you're going to visit Lima, Peru. So I spent recently a few days there, thoroughly enjoyed my time. So I wanted to give you guys an updated guide from 2022 because I've seen a lot of stuff from back then and we're talking about right now. So I'm gonna give y'all information on where to go, where to stay, what excursions to potentially do, what you need to eat, what are they known for, because Peru's known for great food. I got some dishes for y'all. Where's the nightlife, etc., etc. So I got a little bit of everything, poco de todo, mi gente. So without much further ado, like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video. So first and foremost, I want to shout out a friend that we made immediately off the plane to Lima, June, who was traveling with her mom, sitting next to my boy Dan. Y'all know Yeezy. Made great friends. They traveled a lot of the places with us, showed us a unique experience here in Peru that we wouldn't have gotten without her. So shout out June, thank you. And tell your mom we're still gonna send her those tamarinos from Puerto Rico. I didn't forget. So first things first, numero uno will be where to stay, because that's gonna determine what you do, at least what's in your immediate area. And in Lima, the two most popular places that people are staying are Barranco and Miraflores. I stayed in Barranco and it was great. It's like a nice new hipster artsy kind of vibe. You know, I'll be in that. I always tell y'all to do that. But there's a lot of markets nearby, cheaper accommodations, but definitely everything totally felt safe the whole time I was there. Not just in Barranco or Miraflores, everywhere I went in Peru felt pretty safe. But it's a very colorful, vibrant neighborhood with a lot of restaurants. There's some bars there. There's the market that you can go to, parks that you can walk around to, and that's nice to see. Then, on the other hand, you have Miraflores, which is a little bit more established. That's the neighborhood that everyone's known about for a while now. That's where you got your monuments, where they have the locks of love chained up on the fence. There you also have the Barcelona-inspired mosaic bench that Peru has right over Miraflores, overlooking the beach. You have really nice views also in Miraflores. You're basically overlooking the ocean and the pier at about 50 meters up in the air off of these cliffs. So it's really extravagant. It looks nice. It's romantical. You never miss a sunset because it's the West Coast. So if you want to go for that little more established environment, definitely I would say go to the Miraflores area. But ultimately, they're both about 15 minutes from each other if you're walking. Our first night there, we walked from Barranco to Miraflores just to see what the vibe was like, and everything was safe. It was a short walk, breezy walk, and the weather felt nice. Yeah, you can get a few more restaurants and established places in the Miraflores. All right, number two, now that we know where we're staying, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna get into? What is there to do? I don't even speak Spanish. What am I supposed to do in this city, man? Jimothy Bourdain has you. Karma. Okay, so what we did, and what I always recommend, is doing a city walking tour and or a biking tour of your neighborhood or the main city. This allows you to get oriented with where you are, where things are around you, lets you see all the sightseeing places and get that out the way early. You can get your pictures, pose. You can get all that out in a day or two or in a couple hours. So now you can use the rest of the time to do the events that you really want to do or do excursions, things such as that. Some good places to check out though. The oldest church in Lima is in Barranco, and there's a bridge to get to it. And you have to try to hold your breath and walk across the whole bridge. If you make a wish, it will come true. That's the myth and legend. You can check that out. You can go to the pier that's down on the beach in that Miraflores, Barranco area. You can also hit the Paracas de los Amores. So those are a few options, just the basic stuff to do. Of course, there's parks like Kennedy Park, things like that. So I recommend the bike tour. You'll learn some history. You'll see a little bit of the city faster than you can walk. And then you can, like I said, go pinpoint other places you want to see. But the excursions, I would recommend taking an excursion. We did the Huacachina Desert Oasis and Paracas Island excursion. Video linked up here. Check it out. It's pretty cool if you ask me. Where you get to go to Desert Oasis, sandboard, you get to see sea lions. We got lucky, we got to see penguins, but you also get to see the very different terrains that exist in Peru. Most of which is a desert, but you know, they also have the Amazon and such. So it doesn't really rain that much there, but it's also nice to have that tour guide to show you along that long journey, you know, this is what this city is and some history behind Peru and why things are the way they are. I thought it was really rewarding. There are other excursions that you can check out. Like I said, the Huacachina one was a full day. We got picked up in the dark and we got dropped off in the dark. It was about 16 hours, but you get to see a lot, learn a lot, do a lot during that time. That it's definitely worth it and action-packed. And if you're good at sleeping on moving vehicles, so just to inform you, Pisco is alcohol. Pisco is like either rum-based or rum-adjacent, but it's Peru's version of that alcohol. They'll make it with a bunch of different flavors, but then you also have what is called a Pisco sour, which is normally the drink that you'll get at the bar or the restaurant. That's Pisco based. Could be a little bit, could be a lot of bit, who knows? And it's kind of like a little slushy, but not super slushy. Very good, very delicious. And they say if you drink 3 of them, you'll be fluent in Spanish. And if you're already fluent in Spanish, I don't know. They didn't say the next part. They didn't tell us that part. Boom, boom, boom. So next, food, 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 food. Yeah! Come, 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 come. Everyone loves food. Peru is world-renowned and known as the home of ceviche. They make the best ceviche. That's what they do. That's their bread and butter. Delicious. I'm not even a big fan of ceviche, but if you are a fan of ceviche, you'll be in hog heaven, fish heaven, cold fish heaven. But it was good. I wouldn't order it a bunch of times, but it's good enough. You know, you'll enjoy it. So if you don't like ceviche, give it a try. Just say you did it. They have different variations, even with like eggplant for vegetarian people. So look at that. They're all inclusive out here, yo. Outside of that, most locals will recommend to you the Lomo Saltado, which is like a filet mignon, and they'll put some potatoes there too. It's very good. I only had a little bit of one because I'm trying not to eat red meat like that anymore, but from the part I had, it was good. Nice heavy plate that'll fill you up. You might even have some for extra later. Definitely try the chicken. Everybody's heard about Peruvian chicken. Guess what? There it's just chicken. It's delicious. All the meats were good. I can't lie, I did try them all. So I recommend going to like a la parrilla place, which is like a grill place or a bazaar, and get yourself just like the meat platter and get a couple sides and just try each one. Like one of those big appetizer platters, boom. Try it all, see what you like the best. Because what I like the best may not be what you like the best. Outside of that, there's also 2 of the top 10 restaurants in the world. I don't recall their names. One is in Miraflores, one is in Barranco. So they got 2 in the top 10. So the world knows about Peru's food. We got into a debate with people in Argentina about who has the best food, and someone brought up Peru, and they were not alone in their argument. I may have not said Peru, but hey, food is good. And now we got the nightlife, what everybody came for. So we had 2 big nightlife experiences while I was in Lima. One was in the city. One of the barrios called Independencia, so like Independence. We went to a club, VIP, we had the section. So that's one of those experiences. It was cool, the ladies looked nice. I went with my friend who has a Peruvian girlfriend, so she had her and her girlfriends there. So we were in a nice little circle, nice little vibe. Definitely recommend it. I'll get you the name of the place linked below. Now, shotting back out June, we went about 45 minutes south of the city on Friday night to another town called Puerto Negra, which is like a beach town, and we hit up this one bar / club called La Hacienda. Forget about it. Yeah, so it was a beach party, not on the beach. Yeah, so basically it was a beach town party. They had a theme vibe. It was supposed to be a paint party. Thankfully, it didn't get all painty because I was not dressed for a paint party. But we also had an Airbnb down there with about 10 of their friends. So we got to meet a ton of people, some really good friends that we'll keep in touch with. Check out the video. Nightlife was great. The party was great. Went to about 3, 4, 5 in the morning. So until you were ready to go, you could have been out. Same with the Independencia. I think we went to about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then we kind of called it a night. If there are any other questions or things you want to know about Lima, let me know. Like I said, we've got a great friend there that can help you out, plus anything that I may have forgotten, because yeah, that was about a month ago at this point. But honestly, it was one of my favorite cities out of this whole trip. I'm not going to tell you guys the rank until we finish all the videos and I leave officially. But stay on the lookout for the next one. Summary: how to get to Cusco, how to what's coming up next, how do you get to Machu Picchu.